Okay, so let's get cracking. Kanika casually leans against her van as you and Stella emerge from the woods, so we're now at the mine. The mine looks a lot less decrepit than I thought. And also it looks like somebody cut open the chain. Hey! You all have a good walk? Yeah, it was great. I mean, not that you were missing out or anything. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? Nope. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. But we're all here, so what's the plan? I guess we just go and talk to people. I guess so. I should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in the mines. Tabitha? Yeah. I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her at a time or two too many. And Gretchen makes it extra hard to be sneaky. What can I say? I thrive in the limelight. We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. I take it I'm the one of us you're talking about. Tabitha and I aren't exactly friends. Who likes Tabitha and who does Tabitha actually like? And pretty much all of the miners shop at the general store, so I don't want to make folks uncomfortable, you know? It's probably for the best, Callisto. I've got this. You'll do great. So, the plan. You know those cheesy old rom-coms where somebody wears an earpiece on their first date? Whoa, do you have some kind of surveillance set up in the back of your van that I didn't know about? What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call. Kanika hands you a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you a heads up if Tabitha's headed your way. Dang, I've missed doing this sort of thing with you. They had a really interesting childhood. You're so thorough. Aw, thanks. I do my best. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance to the mines. Your phone buzzes. Hey! Can you hear us? Try saying something. You're loud and clear. Cool, same goes for you. Nothing to do now but enter the worksite. Enter. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlett Hollow mine. I'm in. All right, Morpheus. Good to know. Approach the nearest group of miners. You approach the nearest group of miners, a blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, and an old-timer. Their uniforms identify them as Haddison, Davis, and Zax. You got a reason to be bothering us? Hi, I'm Tabitha's cousin. The miners straighten up suddenly, very serious. Sorry, I didn't know. I thought you were maybe one of them environmentalists or... Yeah, sorry for any trouble. How can we help? Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut-up. Miss that dude. What happened to him? The miners shift for a moment, uncomfortably glancing at one another. Isn't that the guy you all said was, He's gone. That's all that matters. Press them. What happened to him? What do you think you are? Some sort of cop? Just tell me what happened. Fuck off. Hey, Zax, come on, man. No, I've been here decades longer than you, and I know bait when I see it. Let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyways. Sorry. The miners pack up their things and leave. Approach another group of miners. You stop in your tracks, a shiver running up your spine as an unfortunately familiar voice calls out to you. You shouldn't be up here, it's dangerous. Oh my god, is he wearing a shroud? Do you need help? It looks like you're hurt. Protect yourself before worrying over others, Callisto. Okay? Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. Before you can say another word, the figure is gone. Hey, Callisto, are you still there? We've just been getting static from you. Oh, don't mind me. Our new friend just stopped by to say hello. Whoa! I thought I saw you talking to someone down there. Are you okay? He told me to stay at the estate for the rest of the week, that I'd be safe there. Why would he tell me that? What the hell is that supposed to mean? He must have been threatening you, right? The plot thickens. This just... Wayne trying to make me leave just means that we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down now. Whoa, so brave. Heck yeah, Callisto, we've got your back. Approach another group of miners. Hey there, can we help you with something? Have you fellas seen anything out of the ordinary lately? Like what? Weird animal sightings? Don't tend to go on many hikes, not exactly the nature-seeing type. After a full day of work, all I see is my bed, maybe a few beers in between. Odd noises in the woods? I heard something a few nights ago, like nothing I've ever heard before, some unearthly beast. I'm telling you, Isaacs, you need to take a sick day. You need rest, man. I've already taken a sick day this year. Can't afford to take any more if I want to have Christmas off. Tabitha! It can't be that bad here, right? People getting sick? You a health inspector or something? The boss looks out for our health. That's all on that front, thanks. Anything else? Do any of you know a man named Wayne? Wayne? Do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? I saw him just now. He muttered some creepy stuff to me and disappeared. I knew it! He probably just got back to camp after whatever he went off to do. Hold on a tick. Creepy isn't exactly his MO. You know that, Isaacs. How do you know that it was Sam Wayne? I don't recall seeing your face around here before. That's what the folks at the general store have been calling him, Kanika and Sybil. Good people, but I don't expect they'd know every mining fellow in town by sight, if you catch my drift. Smith, you're losing me. I'm just saying it'd be awfully strange for Wayne to still be in town wandering around, following some stranger, not checking in with any of his buddies. Sounds to me like somebody who got sick of work and is having a little fun playing hooky. The following, though. Okay, yeah, that does sound a little unlike him. I thought his lady friend had him under lock and key, just smells fishy to me. Until I see him face to face, I'm not convinced whoever is calling himself Sam Wayne ain't the very reason we haven't seen hide nor hair of the man. No, there's no way. He's not... He can't be. I'm not ruling it out. If you want my theory, that girlfriend of his, he wasn't the first to catch her eye. Well, now they're kind of thinking that his girlfriend did him in? Who is that girlfriend? Any one of her jilted ex-lovers could have seen them sneaking around and gotten a little hot under the collar, if you catch my meaning. Dang, who are you talking about? The miners are silent for a moment, glancing between each other nervously as they imagine the possibility. I told him not to get involved with her. I told him! Who was Wayne seeing? Whoa. Now, if you don't know, then there's no way I'm poking that wasp's nest. Forget what we said. Forget anything we said. Yeah, I don't want to be next on the chopping block. Press them. Come on, don't dangle something like that. Look, I Just don't want to cause any trouble. Enough people are losing their jobs as is. I've got mouths to feed. Losing their jobs, and in Sam Wayne's case, disappearing. We've already said too much. Come on, boys. Should we check in? Just as a heads up, the only group I still see out there is pretty close to the main office. It might still be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much of a warning if Tabitha comes out. I want to try and talk to one last group of miners. Good luck. Going round asking questions, huh? You don't look like you're from the inspector's office. What can you tell me about Sam Wayne? Oh, ho, ho, ho. He got himself into trouble, didn't he? Why, you seen him around? What's that young buck up to? What do you think he's been up to? All I know is that a certain someone got involved with somebody he shouldn't have, and nobody in camp's seen him since. Has he been having a relationship with Tabitha? I figured he'd just run off to live in that big mansion with his Belle. Stella audibly gasps. The thought of a strapping young man like him with that sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. Oh my god, that's gross. As if you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman of means showed the slight bit of interest in you, or any woman at all. Fair enough. Wait, are you talking about Tabitha? Yep. Dang, I figured that's what they were getting at, but it's weird to hear it out loud. You good, Stella? Yeah, I just had no idea. What do you think of Tabitha? The two men shift uncomfortably. Not the kindliest woman I've ever met. She runs the place all right. Tell that to all the boys she's been laying off lately. Keep going around saying that and see how long till you're one of them boys. All I have to say is a mine that's doing well doesn't go around laying off its workers for no reason. I'm not sure any of us are going to have jobs in a few years. Tate, you're a damn fool. You're going to be next if you keep up that kind of talk. So be it. But a man needs to speak his mind sometimes. Have you noticed anything strange around here lately? All kinds of weird stuff happens in these hills. What sort of weird do you mean? Weird animal sightings? I saw a raccoon the other day with a big old tumor last week. Spooked me something awful. That's nature for you, not always pretty. Leave it at that. People getting sick? I mean, some of the older miners, sure, but I wouldn't call that unusual. Knocking in the mines. You're asking us if we've heard any Tommy knockers? Of course we have. We're old-timers. All of us who was here before the machine got brought in know the Tommy knockers. What a nuisance, always stealing my hammers. It's true. Had a pickaxe stolen too. And when you heard a knocking coming from one of the old tunnels, it was enough to make a man pray. Looks like I figured out what to do for my next video. You better not be thinking of going into those old mine shafts alone. I could always use a partner in crime. I'm going to wind up going down there with you, aren't I? Noises from the woods? All the time. Howling, screaming, all sorts of fiendish caterwauling. And probably just screech owls and bobcats, you old coot. Might be, might not be, but I heard something the other night that sent the fear of God shivering down my spine, I tell ya. I saw what made that noise. Pale, hairless, and horribly misshapen, with little twisted-up faces. The two men stare at you, a look of disquiet in their eyes. I'd never heard of anything like that up there. Damn, that almost sounds like a ditchling. My grandma used to tell me stories about them when I was a little kid. I guess it's not just my mom, then. That's all on that front. Sure. Thanks for your help. My pleasure. If that Wayne keeps bothering you, just let us know and we'll whip him into shape. Callisto, I think we've got a problem. What the hell are you doing here? Oh crap, good luck. Sorry, Callisto. And that's our cue. Pardon us. You shouldn't be here. This place is dangerous. Why can't you stay in the estate and stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong? And what is that ridiculous thing doing in your ears? Are you trying to record my employees? Are you trying to record me? Tabitha snatches the earbuds out of your ears and throws them to the ground. Typical phone-addicted city dweller. Ugh. Ah. And I have a meeting in 5 minutes, and I can't even drive you back. Okay, look. I don't want you wandering anywhere else. Just stay here for an hour, and I can take you back to the estate as soon as my meeting wraps up. Can you please do that for me? You were dating Sam Wayne. What happened to him? Excuse me? I'm not dating anybody, and I don't even know a Sam Wayne. Whoever's been telling you this is clearly trying to spread rumors to hurt my character. Who said that? I want names. Tabitha, he's been following me. Why? How should I know? I don't know what these people told you, but I'm sure it's all bullshit. I don't involve myself with their lives. You think a bunch of miners on break are just gonna be honest with a random stranger that wanders into their camp? You're more naive than I thought. I need to get to my meeting. Just stay here until I come and get you, and do not move a muscle. Oh, and if you don't want to be followed by some weirdo, just stay at home. Tabitha rushes off to her meeting. You stoop to the ground and pick up Kanika's earbuds. Sorry, I wasn't able to give you a better warning. You good? Let's just meet at the van. You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snack pops through a hole in the fence and disappears. No, sorry. A bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of the hill. Hey, I think I just saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What is she doing here? I'm going after her. Good idea, we'll try and catch up with you. You rush over the hill and get your bearings, the sounds of active mining fading into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point towards the nearby mine. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an abandoned coal mine. Have teens always been like this? I feel I really missed out on my risk-taking years. I never did anything like this. Yeah, I would never. Okay, maybe I've poked my head in here a few times. Let's get in there before someone gets hurt. Whoa, you sure you want to tag along, Meeks? Calista and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I am sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Even if it means I have to go underground. Stella and Kanika disappear into the mines. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this. No. You take a deep breath and follow your new friends into the mine. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and your companions to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Okay, I don't think that they can manage to do this for long if they're squatting. Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else's chest feel tight? I certainly can't say I'm one for dark and stuffy places. This seems much more suited for a cat if I do say so myself. Yeah, abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be, and this one's real bad. You know, because of the child miners. Or should I say, the minor miners? Kanika visibly shudders. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get hauntings, it's cracking jokes about dead child laborers while walking on their graves. What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. I can't believe you'd come down here on purpose. Yeah, it was part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella, the things you do for your viewers, did you find anything? I wish. If any place in Scarlett Hollow was actually haunted, it'd be this mine, hands down, but all I got was dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs on thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Stella pauses as sounds rush overhead. Oh my god, what was that? The mine's gonna collapse and we're all going to die here, aren't we? Stella sighs longingly. That's just how wind sounds down here. You sound so disappointed. Just brings back memories of my last foray into these depths. Every time I thought I'd finally found a spooking ghost, there wound up being a very unghostly explanation. Like local wildlife, for instance. Stella turns her flashlight up towards an alcove overhead. Oh, bats. Say, what's the big idea? Yeah, we were sleeping here. Shut that light off, you nosy bastards. I am so sorry for my companion. Stella means well, I assure you. Those guys got me real good last time I was here alone. I'm sure you're quite worried about me after my behavior last night, Callisto, but let that interaction be assurance that my temper is most wholly under control. I wouldn't dare venture away from the safety of my Stella's arms in a horrible place like this. Oh my god, there are bats down here? I'm going to get rabies, aren't I? I'm going to get rabies and die in a mine collapse. You holding up okay, Neeks? Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little on edge. Kanika is stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. Okay. What was that? That was death. Of that, I am certain. That was... I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys? We should hurry and find Rosalina. Yeah, agreed. The sooner we get out of this death trap, the better. Gosh, I wonder if those sounds are Tommyknockers. Okay, no, Tommyknockers are not real. They're not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack here? I'd love to spend some extra time poking around down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. The three of you are interrupted by a second, much less distant sound of a can being popped open. Okay, now, that wasn't Tommyknockers. It came from this way. Follow me. Follow Stella. You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mine. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passage gives way to a smaller cavern. A group of teens turns and stares at you with annoyance. What the hell are you all doing in here? What the hell are you doing in here? You creeps! Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. I just said that, Alexis. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. Your dad's looking for you, Rosalina. And who the hell are you exactly? That's Callisto, Tabby's cousin. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. And I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and he worries about you, so he's really not asking for much. Don't you kids have school tomorrow anyways? It's fall break. And we're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Young pups these days. Absolutely no respect for their elders. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where did you even get those? Most of the teens avoid eye contact. The quiet one in the back tries to melt into the cavern wall. Oh no, I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? Becca's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all that. You are supposed to be minding the store, Miles. It's not like anyone even comes on a Tuesdays, and Mom's there, so it's fine. Eyes dart uncomfortably around the cavern as Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you would have a chance to live your life, and this is what you're doing with it? What would Dad think if he could see this? Stealing booze from the family store to dig around in an abandoned mine? Dad's dead, Kanika, and if he were here, he'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Who cares if we're having canned margaritas somewhere? Nobody's supposed to bother us. I'm gonna remain silent. Actually, my dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says the only reason they stopped using this terminal is because there wasn't enough coal left. I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis, he got promoted last month, and he says this place is totally safe and we can hang out here anytime we want. Yeah, check out how sturdy this place is. The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? One of these days I'll find a real Tommy knocker. Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. Jumping up to hit stuff is extremely 8th grade. No offense, Rosalina. None taken, the other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart too. This is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life. Why are you all fighting me on staying down here? I'm not listening to what some sad 20-somethings have to say about where we're allowed to be. Hey, I'm not sad. Where did you get that idea? My Stella can't possibly be sad with me around. How absolutely rude. These pups need to learn some manners. Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. Anyways, Rosalina isn't going anywhere. She's better off here than at home. Yeah, tell him about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple of cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. Keep it to yourself. You keep what Pixel told you earlier to yourself. Yeah, I don't tell people what the cat told me. I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for that. He's a good guy and he cares about you, Rosalina. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh no, not this again. It's such a bullshit excuse though. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can say that about other people's families. Isn't that like bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Oscar actually invited us to check it out when we saw him earlier today. It could make for a fun, non-abandoned coal mine related activity. Just throwing that out there. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he could be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it. Like I'm still a little kid. How do you know there isn't a ghost? Ugh, why are all the adults in this town such weirdos? There is no ghost. There are no such things as ghosts. Oscar is just lying. Yo, what if we break in and ghost bust the place anyways, just to be sure? Oh my god, Zane, you can't just ghost bust if there is no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't, break into her own house. There's no ghosts that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real, and if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We've got a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. Whether there's a ghost in Oscar's house is a question for a time when we're not in immediate danger. And to ruin everyone's fun, the answer is probably no, there is not a ghost. Now I'm going to drag my shithead brother back home and suggest you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any of many other terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella. Didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommy knockers for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've got to check it out. Stella! I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here the past few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody's going deeper into the mine. Nobody's staying in the mine. We're all leaving, please, before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. Wait a second. Where did the three run off to? Are you kidding me? Whoa, Kanika, maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. Oh hey, they must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Oh no. No. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. It's probably for the best, dear. Becca's head pops out from under the tunnel's entrance. We're not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here 1,000,000 times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Whatever. Come on, you two. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think we can catch up with them if we just follow their voices. Do you want to take these two out of here while Callistra and I track them down, Neeks? Look, I know I've made a bit of a fuss about not liking this place, but I'm not about to leave you two alone down here. What if something happens to you and I'm not here to help? Or, what if you run into something totally normal down here that you think is a ghost and I miss out on my chance to figure out what it actually is? Alright, knuckleheads, if I don't escort you two out of here myself, can I trust you to actually leave and go home? Yeah, sure. I could never fit in that tunnel anyways. They have crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever, I still have to do my dailies anyways, and the service down here sucks. Good. Now, Scoot, go. Miles and Zane quietly head back towards the entrance. Alright, let's get this over with. Alright, let's do this. We can get coffee at Winnie's once we're all out of here. My treat. You and Kanika exchange a glance as Stella ventures forward. Venture deeper into the mine. What could possibly go wrong? As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. Becca, why are we doing this again? We could get into so much trouble. We're doing this because I'm not about to take life advice from a YouTuber and a dropout. Whoa, that is so uncalled for. I didn't drop out. I'm going back to vet school as soon as my family doesn't need me here. I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Her videos are really neat. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of a YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? Well, me, for example. I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice trademarks, and I make plenty from ads and donations. Yikes, are you okay, Kanika? Yeah, it's fine. I just can't believe we have to deal with that Becca girl slandering us while we're sticking our necks out for her. God, I really hate her. Normally I'd say she's just a kid, but wow, if she doesn't have any have an uncanny ability to go right for the jugular. I'm just glad they're not gossiping about me. Yep. Yeah, I know. They're just teens, but some of that stuff stung. Another knock, closer this time, interrupts your thoughts, followed by another. Followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? Yeah, it's not just you. Okay, that knocking is starting to freak me out. Calm down, Rosalina, it's just mind sounds. Did you guys see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. I saw it. Shut up, there's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. Are we sure the tunnel they went through is going to meet back up with us? I mean, we're still able to hear their voices. At the very least, we're all still heading in the same direction. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the echoes of terrified teens, their panicked arguing bouncing down the pitch-black corridors. Lord, tell me we aren't going down into that deep, dark hole. It don't smell right. Well, it looks like the only way forward is that pit, and it sounds like they're somewhere down there. I've never been this far in. It looks like a death trap to me. Are you sure we should go down there? You can wait up here, Nix. I don't think I can climb down and hold Gretchen. All right, I'm not going to argue with you. That ladder looks older than all of us combined. Good luck. All right, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins the climb down. I've got my paws crossed for you two. Follow Stella down into the pit. You walk to the ladder and you climb down. Stay safe, Callisto. I'm pretty sure this is the way back. Come on. Pretty sure? I thought you'd been down here before. Okay, maybe I didn't get this far in, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I definitely remember the way out. Hurry, I don't want to be down here anymore. I think it was actually this way. Oh, shut up! No one even wanted you to come with us anyway. Becca! Yeah, they're closer, alright. It sounds like they're really lost. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. Step forward. There is something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. Well, this is interesting. I can only walk towards it. I have no other way. I have no choice. Okay. Walk towards it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. A desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit. Hey, are you alright, Callisto? Bear witness. Stella reaches for your shoulder, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Callisto, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you just conked out. She's okay, Kanika. Thank God! Okay, don't move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourself while you're still recovering from whatever that was. Kanika and I are going to get you help. We'll be back soon, I promise. Don't die on me, alright? Fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. The raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the vision, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voices of bickering teenagers echoing down the stone corridors. Okay, so what are these yellow things? Becca, you're just getting us more lost. It's this way. If you're so sure, then why don't you just leave? I can't believe I let Alexis talk me into inviting you in the first place. Becca, I'm just trying to help. I said go. Okay, I will. Alexis, you don't have to go with her. You know that, right? Pick a side, Alexis. I'm sure Becca knows where we're going. She wouldn't slide. Sorry, Rosalina. The increasingly desperate voices of the teens are drowned out by the thunderous knocking. You can practically feel the ground shake beneath you. You can almost see the walls vibrate with the intensity of the hellish sound. As you settle more into your senses, Rosalina appears in the passageway to your left. She's out of breath, and it looks like she's been crying. I'm so sorry I snuck off like that. I just wanted Alexis to think I was cool. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. This place, at least part of it, is coming apart. Becca and Alexis are still down there. We can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Please, I don't want them to die. Don't be a hero. Another dusting of debris falls from the ceiling. You don't have long until this mine collapses. Take Rosalina and leave. Rosalina, I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do about this. The mind is coming apart. We can't go after them. What if they don't make it? Grab her and start running. There's no time to argue. You move towards her, intent on dragging her out if you have to. She hesitates as you move towards her. Alexis, Becca, the way out is this way. If you just follow my voice, you'll be able to make it out. Okay, let's go. She grabs your hand and the two of you start climbing. Push your body to move as quickly as you can, though you're slowed down by the cramped corridors and winding passageways of the mine. Becca, Alexis, can you still hear me? The knocking drowns out Rosalina's desperate shouts as the two of you crawl closer and closer to the entrance. I'm so sorry I left you guys. The knocking is deafening now, as if someone were trying to break through the walls with fists of iron. Continue towards the entrance. You continue to push forward, your burning muscles giving way to pure adrenaline. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. I'm so sorry. Push through. And there it is. Freedom. You and Rosalina manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Alexis, do you think the other two... Maybe they got out. It's possible, right? And maybe there's another entrance or something? Or maybe they're still alive in there. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. Rosalina, are you okay? Your dad's on his way. He should be here any minute. I am so sorry. I came as soon as I heard that crash. What the hell are you three doing here? I thought I gave you very specific instructions, Callisto. Stay in one place while I finish my meeting. I was only gone for like an hour, and here you are at the site of what looks like a deadly mine collapse. Tabby, come on. It's not Callisto's fault. Stella is right. If this is anyone's fault, it's yours. You have an abandoned mine on your property that was barely even boarded up. It was only a matter of time until something like that happened. Are we fighting? If those two kids in there are dead, their blood is on your hands, Tabitha Scarlett. There are kids in there? I'm going to have to deal with their parents, aren't I? I hate dealing with parents. Also, how dare you? It's not like I put up a big neon sign saying, cool place for teens to hang. It's clearly not safe. You three were up here with them. Why didn't you do something to get them out of there? Cool it, Tabitha. We're probably the reason there's only 2 kids in there instead of 5. At least you're alive, and thanks for stopping things from being even worse, I guess. What a heartfelt apology. Come on, guys. Arguing like this isn't going to help those kids. I know it can feel cathartic to point fingers and yell, but it doesn't actually do anything. You're right. I'm going back to camp. I'll be back with some men. And they can start digging. I'll call Earl. Who's Earl? Oh, the police officer. It takes a bit of time, but eventually Tabitha arrives with men and a machine to start digging through the rubble. You, Stella, and Kanika take a quiet moment to yourselves as the others get to work. There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. Are you sure this isn't just water suggestion? We talked about that mine a lot today. I don't know, Meeks. Callisto had, like some kind of seizure next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Just because she'd passed out or had a seizure doesn't mean it wasn't autosuggestion. I saw something down there, Meeks. Like the shadows of dead miners. They were right behind Stella just before you 2 left. Did you guys not see them? Whoa. I didn't see anything other than you and that carving. That's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, and I couldn't see anything down in that pit, but you might have just been primed to see these things. Now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile for some of the Tommyknocker stories. What if they're actual bona fide ghosts? Oh, Stella. Everything that happened down there centered around the main chamber, where I saw that carving. Stella showed me a photo, weird stuff. Maybe you weren't entirely off base about the cult stuff you mentioned earlier today. But this thing felt old. What happens now? Hey guys, I don't think she's quite ready to talk just yet. So what happened down there? I'm going to remain silent. I think Rosalina's been trying to get away from the whole haunted house situation. I can't say I blame her. You have to understand that I'm not making it up. There is something in that house. We believe you, Oscar. I couldn't let it hurt her, and since I didn't know how to get rid of it, I just set up a back room at the library for us. Just until I could figure out how to fix things. I know she hates it, but I thought it would be better for her. Instead it just drove her away, staying with friends, not checking in, and now this. It's all because of that house. And because of me, because I haven't been able to fix this. I just wish she could understand. You don't have to be alone in this, we can help. Yeah, we'll totally get rid of your ghost. Or more likely, we'll figure out what that non-ghost thing actually is. Either way, though, we're here for you. Thanks, you guys. That really means a lot. I shouldn't have kept this to myself. But I was so afraid of seeming ridiculous. Dad, you must be so mad at me. Oh, Rosa, no, of course I'm not mad at you. Do you think that maybe they got out? Maybe there's another exit somewhere? Rosalina... I should have pushed back harder. I knew the way out. I should have made them come with me. I just don't want them to be dead. I'm so sorry, Dad. You don't have to be sorry. You're alive, and you are safe. We couldn't have gone back for them, right? And we wouldn't have made it out if we went back. You're right. We wouldn't have made it out if we went back for them. But they don't deserve to be down there. Why should I have made it out when they didn't? This isn't about what people deserve, Rosa. You have no idea how grateful I am that you're still here. It's not fair, Dad. It's just not fair. I know, Rosa. I know. But I think the best thing you can do for your friends right now, until we get them out of there, is to enjoy the life you have. I know I haven't made it easy for you. I know you've been frustrated with the choices I've made, but I'm gonna do what it takes to move us back into our house. We're gonna have a good life again, Rosa. I'm sorry I didn't do this sooner. I'm sorry this is what it took. Dad, we're on the case. We'll be okay, I promise. I'm going to take her home now. I guess we'll see the three of you tomorrow. And thank you, Callisto. You have no idea how much I appreciate what you did for Rosalina. As Oscar and Rosalina leave, your cousin exhaustedly saunters over to you. Oh God, Tabitha, I'm glad that there isn't an option where I can slap her, because I would totally do that. All right, Callisto, my men are set up to start digging. We're going back to the estate. Now hold on a minute, Miss Scarlett. Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss? In private? Okay, fine, just make it quick. And don't you dare try and pull anything on her. She did nothing wrong here. Ladies, I'm afraid that means you two. Don't you need to talk to us? We witnessed this too. Oh, sure, but that can wait. We know where to find you all. What a coincidence running into you 2 nights in a row. This is my colleague, Deputy Derrickson. Pleased to meet you, Callisto. Apologies for my absence yesterday. It was my special bowling night, you see. A man has to have his me time. But I was briefed on the events of last night, even though we're still not sure if what went on could be considered a crime. Duke has been missing since then, though we found neither hide nor hair of him. Could be he's just on an extended hunting trip. Yeah, with half a brain missing. It wouldn't be the first time he's done something like that. I was told the footage showed his supposed body, but we couldn't get that camera working, so no way to confirm until we track him down. Now, I understand both of these were terribly unfortunate accidents that had nothing to do with you being in the area, but as officers of the law, you have to understand that we get a little suspicious when we see the same face multiple times in a row. And we have to ask, what exactly were these teenagers doing in a shuttered mine owned by your family? And why were you down there with them? You've got to understand where we're coming from. 2 kids, 15 and 14, are buried alive, and maybe they're dead. And you were on the premises. Whether or not that was merely coincidence remains to be seen, but we've got to do our diligence here. We saw some teens sneak into the abandoned mine, so we went after them. We were just trying to do the right thing. Of course, very noble of you. Pardon our questions, just trying to gather all the facts, you see. Just being thorough, our duty as officers of the law. Well, if there's nothing more you can tell us, I suppose we'll let you go on about your evening, but we may be in touch. Have a good one. Deputy Derrickson tips his hat to you. The 2 officers wander back towards the mine, Derrickson taking notes as they examine the scene. You make your way towards Stella and Kanika. I just can't believe 2 nights in a row. Is it my fault, Meeks? Stella, no, this is all just an awful coincidence. It's not your fault. Oh, hey, I guess the cops are done with you? What, are they going to try and take you in for being present at an accident? Sorry if they gave you a hard time. Small town cops, you know. Always blame everything on drifters, even acts of God, I guess. Excellent, you didn't get arrested. I'm going to slap you into next Sunday, Tabitha. Now come on, let's go. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Callisto? I'd really rather you didn't. If you're gonna run around almost getting killed every night, keep my cousin out of it. Your cousin is an adult, Tabitha. She can make her own decisions. Not while she's under my roof. Come on, let's go. As if to illustrate her point, Tabitha grabs your arm, dragging you towards the car. Are you kidnapping me? Don't be ridiculous, I'm taking you home. You can practically feel Tabitha roll her eyes as she drags you to the car. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. I don't appreciate being dragged off like that. It's been a long day, Callisto. Are you really going to make a fuss about me bringing you back to the estate? After all, the havoc you've caused, you should count your lucky stars you still have a place to sleep tonight. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? I don't want to talk about Stella, and it's none of your business anyway. You and Kanika really don't seem to get along. She pushes my buttons. Is there some kind of history there, or... No, now quit talking. I need to focus on the road. Ride in silence. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha slink back into silence. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, and I'm sure it's the precursor to a horrifically stressful week. Well, if you're going to be such an optimist, of course everything will always be terrible, darling. I'm going to go to bed. I suggest you do the same. Why did you even invite me here? It seems like you hate me. It's like I've caused you nothing but grief since the moment I stepped foot into town. I don't hate you. I'm just trying to get through the week, the same as you should be doing. I just don't want you to get hurt. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs, her posture defeated. Turn in. You head up to your room to turn in. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bedroom, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the shore mine, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Kanika sent a message to Stella. These are those things, right? Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. Oh, bloody hell. I saw them again, too. Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way am I sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, your thoughts drift to Alexis and Becca, terrified and alone, if not already dead. Your eyes shoot open, your heart pounds as the door to your room swings open. Oh, of course, it's Frou-Frou. Just the cat. It's always just the cat. Don't read into this. The woman kicked me out. Just want a warm place to sleep. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. So I've actually done enough talking for one night. So I am now going to call this a day, and we're gonna continue at the weekend. Bye.